The best there is. Delgado has asked that I take or talk to Naiva, and Jasmine and work out a plan to get the comm spike.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice you've made. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
You have your orders.
Yep.
Good luck.
Neither of you have anything new to add.
Early reports say your mission on the Siren was a success. I'm sure the commander is pleased.
Vigilance is unlike any ship I've ever worked on. Ooh, tell me, is it true that you were on the Siren of the Stars? Oh, I've never been on a luxury cruise liner. Is it as wonderful as they say?
It delayed her conversation thing. I thought she wasn't going to talk to me, so I walked
No,
away.
I mean you. Commander says you were talking too much, stealing
It was
all the
everything they say
options.
and more.
So they brought me here.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Dancing, whining, and dining. Oh, it's almost like you were a secret agent. Did I tell you I once took ballroom dancing lessons? Yeah, I watched a lot of spy shows as a kid, and I learned it just in case I ever found myself in a situation like yours. Now I'm mad I missed my one opportunity to put those talents to use. Really, I could have shown you a few moves.
Maybe I'll take you on a cruise someday. Can you romance people that aren't companions in this?
That would be delightful. Oh, can we bring my friend Aiko? She's one of our flashier models. But yes, next time you find yourself on a luxury liner, let me know. I will be happy to assist.
I doubt we can. They did that. They had other romanceable people in, like, Skyrim. But Fallout 4, you could only romance companions, and it's probably the same for this game. We did already check computer. They added one new person. Yeah. No one else, though. Let's run down to the brig. They said they won't add anyone new until after I return.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance.
But I still want to give it a check.
This is the brig. We keep prisoners here for interrogation.
Sir, if I may speak freely, is there reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trenchfoot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered, all because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do, but if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
But you tracked in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial life forms, known and unknown, into my brig. These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this brig. On my brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah, no one wants your trench foot, bro. Why is 4 different than the others?
Another night at the Hotel Sis Def. Please enjoy your stay. Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
I guess their lights are just off. That's all it really is. Yeah, no one knew. Probably because I haven't turned in any evidence. I didn't realize the evidence is what would get people arrested. So I should probably get some of the evidence.
Siren of the Stars, huh? Pretty fancy for a pirate.
Oh yeah, you're the pilot who flies some ship that I don't know. But I wanted to do all the evidence in its own video. So we'll see. I like to keep quests in their own...
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
In their own videos, if possible.
Grav drive spinning down. Systems green.
But also, if I have evidence against Rokov and he's on the station, how are they going to arrest Rokov?
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Or does the evidence not arrest the person that it's listed as? Because when I turned in the evidence for those 3 people aboard the ship, it added a diary entry, a profile entry on Huang. Not Huang.
Good day, Captain.
Was it Huang? It added an entry for someone entirely different, unless
Nothing like the smell of it.
unless I'm meeting that person during this mission, which I don't think I am. Let's see. Oh, my keys are under miscellaneous. Just going down to my profiles. No. My profiles aren't even in here anymore.
Dead shark after you cook him with an energy blast.
Hopefully in this quest I get my ability to get invisible storage, not invisible storage, but hidden storage.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jemison. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Okay, so that's why Juan Dayu was added to my list, even though I was probably supposed to hear this conversation, but it didn't happen, so I left. Okay, should I expect any trouble?
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
Alright, sounds good. Premium smuggling routes?
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years.
Yeah, sounds not good and like a trap. Sounds like she'll be useful.
I sure hope so. 'cause she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
Okay. Any clue what the device looks like?
Unfortunately, I have no idea. Like Neva said, it's a prototype, so it could look like anything. Once you're inside SY-920 and you're behind their firewalls, you should pick through their computer system. With any luck, it'll point you the right way.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it.
Are there like stealth things in this? Because my stealth doesn't seem to stealth, and it's max stealth. So you don't care if I shoot my way through the place. Obviously they don't. They're raiders.
Are you kidding? The UC's already painted giant red crosshairs on our backs. Keyway and his pals at SysDef won't rest until we're dead. It's not like you can make them any angrier at us, right? Shoot the place full of holes if you want. Just bring back that comm spike.
Okay. How will Juan get me inside the station?
She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
Understood. I had another question. Do I get to ask it?
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Oh, okay. You'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay.
Okay, what can you tell me about Juan?
The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants.
Okay, you don't suspect that this could be a trap, but alright. If Juan asks why we needed the comm spike, what do I tell her?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Hit me up if you got questions. I'll have someone jump ahead of you. Juan will get the message. Stay sharp, Rook.
Anything ship-related, you're at the right place.
What can you tell me about the comm spike?
Assuming the technology works, it's a skeleton key for signal encryption. If what they say is true, ratchet encryption, signal protocol, frequency shuffling, even quantum state keys can be hacked. Now, I doubt it does all that, but it should be enough to crack the CBR-27 transponder that Galbank installed on the Legacy.
If this is something that insta-hacks, I will keep this. It probably won't give me that option, but something that insta-hacks terminals and stuff, so I don't gotta do the boring minigame, I want it. How do you think Jasper Cricks intended to decrypt the signal?
You mean way back then? Before the tech was available to create something like the comm spike? That's a good question. I suppose he might have been able to acquire the actual transponder cipher from someone within Galbank. Unfortunately for us, I'd bet a bottle of Bog's finest that those records are buried somewhere out of our reach. Catch you later.
Okay. Can I find, before I take off,
Need something?
Rokov?
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing to substitute.
I still haven't talked to the shopkeepers.
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
But Rokov was said to be back on the station. He'll probably be in the bar. Well, there's Mathis.
So there I am. You see security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes. And you know what I find back there? The fattest leech I've ever seen. One nearly got me dusted.
Bro, you looking like Black Sean Ashmore.
I hope the fleet knows how lucky they are to have us. This is the life, right? You and me, we're gonna run this place someday.
Probably shouldn't be saying
That last
things.
job didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
Probably shouldn't be saying things like that around the place.
Shot a few bullseyes at the ranch today. That's worth buying myself a drink.
Okay.
Grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine.
I don't believe I need to know that information. He may not be on the station because I have evidence to turn into him. So it wouldn't make sense to make him on the station because then how would they arrest him?
Need a drink? Bog at the last
And he's here. Never mind.
It's good to be back.
Is Mina seeing anyone right now?
I still can't believe you got me back here. I figured it would take every last credit I had.
What will happen to your business interests now that you're with the fleet?
It's no different than any other business acquisition. We keep the name on the store, but the credits go to the fleet.
Okay. Do you plan on staying on the key? Why was I say K? Because K is the name of the other person. On the key?
After everything it took to get back in, I'd be a fool to leave now. And besides, there's history being made in this moment. Even if I had business elsewhere, it can wait.
Okay, well, good to have you back on board.
Talk again later.
If I ever do make a evil character, maybe I'll be glad I decided to choose all of you. I have to say. There's just something magical about saying you have to sneeze that just causes you to not sneeze, right?
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never catch me.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Always listen to Delgado. Unless you want to get keel-hauled across the
I was thinking, can I kill the people on this ship? D-colonies. And not get in trouble for it? But I don't think that's possible. I'm pretty sure if I do kill anyone, it's going to immediately turn everyone else against me.
Yeah.
Ship services? You need it? I've got it.
You know what would be great?
What kind of name is SysDef anyway?
Is if we could find the body of the person that got stuffed out into space.
If I had a Berian crest, I'd run my own city, like Bayou. Except in my town.
Are you... Hello?
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. Take care of your ship, she'll take care of you.
Is she going with me? I don't think so. That's just a bug. She shouldn't be out here. Dang it, I pressed the wrong one again. Wait, look around, see if we can see a body floating. That's
Nice.
not a body.
Clean sep there.
Yeah, I don't think they thought about that. Or if they did, the body would have only been here after the first mission. Okay, so we're going to Jameson, which means I can directly land there without... without having to do anything else. So it's telling me to go to the residential district, but that other quest told me to go here, and then the person was just in the commercial district. So let's hope this time it's correct. Okay. I didn't remember what the Mantis suit did, so I had to check it real quick. And it's making me jump onto a cart to go to the spaceport. Why didn't it just say go to the spaceport? Why did I have to go to residential and then the spaceport? Because I thought she's gonna be at the bar. No, she's in the well. Oh, I forgot. I immediately forgot that. She was in the well. Hold on. Let me add this. Let me add this. And then let's go down to the well. I should really pay attention, shouldn't I? I mean, it's the morning. It's okay. Oh, right there. You see surplus.
I want to learn how to play an instrument, but I don't have the time. I hear you.
Thought they were at Kay's place. Isn't this Kay's place? Oh, that's why Kay's place had evidence, didn't it? Juan's talk. I'll pick it up. I'll just reload a different save to re-get all the evidence for its own video. But because this ties into this quest, I'll pick it up.
When did you stop flying the Swan, anyway?
When the cargo became more valuable than the ship.
True. The fleet's got us real busy these days, and we are making good money smuggling all this contraband. But if any time was the right time for a break...
Hey, there's still work to do. I need to check with my contacts at the spaceport and find out what guards are on rotation when we leave port. Then it's back to the key to make sure Delgado gets his cut, and to make sure he hasn't cut us out. I worry sometimes that being in New Atlantis, we're missing out on the big scores. I know that old dog has something big planned. I can feel it.
Sheesh, that is a lot to think about. And here I thought the pirate life was carefree.
Maybe for some people, but that's not how I work.
Well, you feel free to plan our next moves from now to the new year. I'm all about living in the present and being where your feet are.
That's fine. Just make sure to wipe those feet before boarding my ship.
Okay. The thing is, you can find that before even doing this specific quest, so... Yes?
Do you know why this place has stood for so long? I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
Sounds good, Kay. Okay. Trying to find the way to get up there without just jetpacking up. All hail our benevolent overlords, you see.
Been up there, huh? Space? Must be cool.
Wait, did Kay's place have a... stairs to go up? No. I can't scan Juan.
I'm not much for prayer. Tried it once, didn't stick. But maybe it's like tape. I was just on the wrong side.
Hi, having a conversation here.
I take it you're Neva's new recruit?
Do you mean the new rook?
Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's not very, You're not very Crimson Fleet, if you know what I'm saying. You just look normal. Okay, well, you must be the smuggler. I'll just say this out loud.
Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions.
Well, you know, I too have conditions, and my assistant will provide you with a list.
Huh. Neva warned me you were difficult. Clearly I didn't understand what she meant, but I do now. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Okay. You'll just bail if something happens?
It's not personal. If you're caught, that entire installation will be on you. There's nothing I can do for you at that point, except send flowers to your next of kin.
Well, I didn't choose that perk, so I don't have any family. How loyal are you to the fleet?
Look, I know I don't have a lot of history with the fleet, but I'm putting my reputation and ship on the line for this. That alone should tell you enough.
All right, got it.
Good, then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan.
And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please.
Okay, how much do you know about the job?
Only what I've been told. Get you on the SY-920, get you out if I can. That being said, I can be a better guide if I know what it is we're after. So, it's up to you.
Naeva said she don't care if you know the details. Delgado wants the comm spike, a signal decryption device.
Interesting. When we get to the station, I'll see if I can pull any information on its whereabouts. Hopefully that'll make for a smoother trip.
Okay, good thing I said that to you. What else do you want, or what else do you know about the comm spike?
Less than you. And even if I did, I'm a smuggler, not a scientist. But if Delgado's after it, then I have a feeling there's a pile of credits waiting at the end of this job. So we better do it right.
Yep. So, how often do you dock at this station?
Enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comps. It also helps they want us to dock. A cargo ship means supplies, special requests, slates from home. In the void of space, a cargo hauler is a soldier's best friend.
Okay. So, I'd like to know who I'm working with. Can you tell me about yourself?
I'd like to, but I need to keep a low profile. In my experience, the more people know about you, the more they have over you.
And I can use my introvert perk. This is like the second time I've ever gotten to use it because I'm an introvert. Why would I use this thing? Introvert check. I can understand. I don't really like sharing myself.
Exactly. You make yourself vulnerable. You become prey. Emotionally, physically, doesn't matter. Delgado may think otherwise, but I found in this business, fortune favors the cautious, not the bold. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap bar stories and share scars when we've got enough creds to buy the bar and fix the scars.
Okay, so that's it.
We'll talk more on the ship.
Okay. I'm assuming she's just parked at the normal spaceport. There's not a special one I don't know about. This isn't the spaceport. I'm just gonna go to my ship and walk out. I should have just did that in the first place. I don't like that the markers don't show you exactly which fast travel to go to. They probably expect people to memorize everything, which obviously I'm not gonna do. There's like 120 space systems. I don't know how many planets. I only know how many systems there are because there was an achievement and I had to get 120. I was stuck at 119 without realizing that Aquila, the icon where Aquila is, the Cheyenne system, has 2 there. So because I never clicked to see that there were 2 there, I couldn't find the other one until I finally found it. Yeah, there's no way I can remember every fast travel point, even if this is a main location here. I'm taking those. Oh, wait. Don't I have a bunch of outfits in my inventory? Crap. I forgot. That I stole someone's. I was gonna drop all these spare ones off in what's his name's room, even though the game won't register that
what's
he
shaking, Bacon?
stole them. I kind of thought it'd be funny if someone reported all their clothing was stolen, and then they check his room, and he just has a bunch of stolen clothes. This box can't store clothing, that much clothing. Fine, I'll just put it back in here. Because that makes no sense. They're clothes. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I have a weapon. What do I have? Oh, no, I don't. 6 plus my cutter. Exit the screen, thank you. Okay. Good to go. "36 minutes in, and we can finally start the quest." I guess we have already started the quest because we had to talk to people. But we can finally get headed to the location. Should have healed beforehand, but I didn't. I meant slept in the bed for a free heal, but I didn't. The Jade Swan. This is the cargo hold that I'm probably going to be sitting in.
Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Okay. Seems a bit like an odd thing to say, but because of that, it'll be your fault that I loot some stuff. As I just get a quick look around the ship. Okay, cruise quarters. Just seeing if there's any more slates. I don't expect there to be, but just in case.
Yes?
Well, you're nicer than the other lady. I hate that their stupid notepads look just like slates. Oh! Hey. This ship is a lot bigger on the inside than it was on the outside. You must have been hanging out with the doctor, huh? Yeah, crew full of, I guess, feminine. I don't know their identities. But they are the feminine body. Solvent. A farming outfit? I don't think I've seen that one before. Zero wire. Nope. Okay.
Okay. Hello.
There's some masculines. And no slates, so I guess I'm good. Guess I'm good to just head straight
Yes?
to where I need to go. Do I have that? Oh, this is where I came from.
Yes, what?
Yeah, how do I get to where I need to get to? Says she's above me. Did I see another ladder? Oh, right here. I didn't see another ladder because I didn't acknowledge it when I walked past it. But here it is. It's probably hard save, huh?
Excuse me.
You don't even fly the ship? I thought she flew the ship. That was the whole point.
Alright, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to.
I thought I was the cargo, but introvert check, I'm pretty good at staying quiet.
That will serve you well here. Some people mistake silence for weakness or, at worst, compliance. But to me, it's the loud ones who leave themselves vulnerable. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
And we've already asked those 2 questions. I need to take care of a few things first.
Don't take too long. Neva isn't paying us to sit idly. Let me know when you're ready to leave.
I was just seeing if that would refresh any new questions, and it didn't, so I'm ready to go.
Alright, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grav drive. All systems go.
We'll grav jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that. Howdy. Captain Dayu can fly the ship herself. Way better than I can. I was a UC pilot before getting discharged. They say dishonorably.
She gave me permission. I'm gonna bother him then.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 793A, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
I'm the pilot of the Jade Swan. She's a good bird. Never gets cranky. I was a UC pilot before getting discharged. They say dishonorably, but that's debatable.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone.
Okay. Well, tell me again about these security checkpoints.
Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks to find you a uniform.
What's this about vents?
This is a star station, so there are plenty of ventilation ducts you can slither into. As far as tactics go, it's an oldie, but goodie.
Yep, checks out. What if I get stuck? Is there any way to reach you?
Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah, like I said, if you can find an intercom, I'll keep a channel open.
If I find an intercom, that would broadcast to the whole station, but I'm sure there's some nonsense you guys will come up with. Okay, well, don't worry, they won't suspect a thing.
I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Pardon.
I was expecting her to put me in a crate and drop me off. I'm apparently just gonna walk on to the station? Which sounds a bit odd to me. I've joined the crew of the Jade Swan, a cargo ship that delivers goods to SY-920. Once we arrive, I'll need to infiltrate the station and find the comm spy. Guess you have nothing else to
Board
add.
the station and look for an intercom. See you.
See ya. Would it help if I told them I'm the Mantis? I'm definitely not, because you're a bunch of pirates. And I would have to kill you. But just you know, as just a thing that I could say. Am I going the right way? No, because I've never been over here before. Okay. Let's go. Immediately there's a guy in front of me.
Hello.
Why are you here? That's not my ship. You shouldn't be on board. That makes no sense.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
Okay, as you notice, I am carrying...
Keep your head down and we won't have trouble.
I'm carrying invisible boxes. So, you know. She should have given me a crew uniform. You know, so I blend in with her crew. Should do a quick save.
What's the serial number on that shipment we got yesterday?
Let me see. UC 38302.
Wait, 38302, not 5.
Looks like.
You can't be serious. This is the third time this week we've gotten errors in the sorting.
I say we just leave it. I mean, what's a 2 except an upside down 5?
And are you going to explain it to Brass when their shipment of rifles gets replaced with a box of forks? Send it back. Now.
Now, I'd prefer if you sent them forks. No way I'm opening a master lock safe. Kidding me? Where are we? Luitons. Okay. I need to get past this person. And I can, because I can just manipulate them to walk away. Optional. Speak to Juan. Where? Oh, down below.
All this cargo hauling is making me hungry.
Okay. I can just drop off the edge. If I don't want to have a conversation. Let's just see here. Is there any other alternative things we can do?
Got to make sure everything is checked in and accounted for.
No, it seems like it's just a take the low path, but not right here.
I need to stop by a clinic later.
Nothing to report. Hold up. This area is for SY-920 military only.
Why only military?
The contents and operations of the facility are classified. Only uniformed personnel are allowed beyond the checkpoint.
Persuade. I forgot my uniform?
Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military.
Need to beat an 8. There's still other checkpoints. No one's going to care if you let one person into the barracks.
That's true. It's almost more of a hassle talking to you.
I'm on an important mission. This delay is just going to cause more headaches.
Then where are they now? And what order are they in? Backwards? Because I haven't seen anything to corroborate your story.
Well, it doesn't matter if I don't pass. I could auto do it and win, or I can save that auto for later. And I can get past him by just turning invisible. So I'll just say it's fine. I've heard the ranking officer on the station is removing this checkpoint anyways.
That doesn't sound like Commander Natara. She's the type to add more checkpoints, not remove them. Sorry, no uniform, no entry.
Can I turn invisible in front of people?
My elbow's killing me, and this brace is itchy.
Oh, as soon as I open the door, though. I'm in the cargo bay, just checking in.
And you found the intercom. That's a start. If I'm not mistaken, the maintenance door should be in front of you. If you can find a way to open it, it'll get you past the first checkpoint.
Is there any other way to get the key? Or to get a key?
Try eavesdropping on a few soldiers. Maybe one of them will mention a key.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Anyway, the door will let you access the vents. Go up the vents and to the barracks. You should find a uniform there. The uniform should get you through the checkpoint and to the elevators. We'll talk again once you get to the command bay.
Okay, so I can pick the lock, but I'm apparently allowed to be down here. So let's go eavesdrop. I don't remember how to do that. We'll see if we can find a key.
You seen Elijah?
Probably downstairs searching for his maintenance key.
I feel sorry for the guy. He'd lose his own thumb if it weren't attached to the knuckle.
I mean, honestly, are we sure he hasn't lost that too?
Yeah.
So Elijah lost their key. Elijah Schilling?
Gotta be around here somewhere. Oh. Well, this is embarrassing. I seem to have lost my key to the maintenance room again.
Where haven't you looked?
I've covered pretty much every inch of this place, except for the forklift. But that one guard, the one I owe credits to, is parked right there, so I'd rather not go there.
Okay. Have you checked your pockets?
Oh, good idea. Oh, wait. Nope. That'd be a negatory on that front. Well, still, it was worth a shot.
Yep, good thing you didn't check those yet. Why not ask for a new one?
Because this ain't the first time I lost my card. I'm worried about the impression that it'll make on my superiors. You know what they say, first time's an accident, second is a coincidence, third time, you're being reassigned to some sub-zero planet to mine glaciers for the Admiral's ice cubes.
Okay, sounds good. After docking at SY-920, I boarded the station and found myself in a cargo hold. I spoke with Juan via an intercom, and she suggested I find a way to the barracks, where I can pick up a uniform to better blend in. Retrieve the maintenance key. From the guy upstairs. Is that a digipic? A digipic. Ignore me and the fact that I'm wearing clearly...
Some crates. Looks like I'm gonna have to work another shift.
Clearly... Oh, over here. I thought he was upstairs. Crimson Fleet attire.
SY-920 Marines are handpicked. To maintain op security, most of us here won't work another assignment.
Sounds good. Bye.
What are you doing? Get away from there.
I ain't got time for his nonsense. I'll just manipulate the thing. I'm guessing I could have gone invisible and grabbed it. Who knows? Let's head on in. I'm now in hostile territory. How hostile? Seems like no one is here. Was it the creature that saw me? I don't know why I was getting seen. My only guess is it was the Xenogrub. This nonsense. Nope, no one's actually not big enough to go there. Because it's this one. That one. And then it's you. And you. Ooh. Ooh. We'll go back in there once I grab the uniform.
How's the patrol? Back holding up okay?
What? Who left credits by the toilet? No, turn it off. Let's see here. Let's see what we gotta deal with. Ooh. Does he turn the corner or? Okay. Ensign Zarimi's uniform. Oh, okay. I didn't know they would have names. And I want to... Can I get both uniforms if they're unique? I'm gonna quick save it again because I do want to grab both uniforms. And if not, I'm gonna grab the better uniform. So for now, I just need to take their stuff. That's locked. It was novice, but hold on. crew quarters computer. Security standards. From Commander Natara. Subject security standards. Date 05/08/2330. A reminder to all personnel that projects being developed on this station are highly classified and involve extremely sensitive information. As a loyal citizen of the United Colonies and a member of the UC Navy, you are being entrusted not to share this knowledge with any outside party, including your families. Any disclosure of the activities, projects, or data on this station will result in an immediate dismissal and court-martial. For those in the cargo bay, an extra reminder that only uniformed personnel are allowed in the mess hall and barracks. I've heard instances of contractors being allowed in the dining area, and this is strictly forbidden. Response to rules of engagement. From Liani Zarimi, who is the person I'm about to steal a uniform from. Date 05/05/2330. When? Yeah, I heard your stuff. I have your stuff. But after what you did, and who you did it with, I don't want to see you ever again. If I'm in the mess hall, you need to be in your bunk. If I'm in the cargo bay, you need to be in your bunk. If I'm anywhere in the settled systems outside my personal quarters, then you need to be in your bunk. In fact, the only time you are allowed to leave your bunk, as far as I'm concerned, is when I'm in mine. Because if I so much as see your face, I'm going to discharge my firearm right in your teeth. Okay, I'm guessing Liana cheated on whoever the other person was. No, Wen cheated on Zarimi. Personal profile, Wen Akasaka. Name, Wen Akasaka. Height, 1.92 meters. Weight, 65.1 kilometers. Birthplace, Jemison. Rank, Ensign. Ensign, sure. Bio. Matriculated to the Sword Military Academy after being recruited at a job fair. Received accommodations for marksmanship and physical fitness. Assigned to SY 920 following graduation. I'm going to assume I can pick them both up. Oh, I can't see it in this room. Okay. I don't trust it, so just to be safe. Just gonna walk on out here. Okay, they seem cool with it. Someone has a chem addiction. Or a medical condition. I think the other uniform did despawn. It would have been right here next to this terminal, huh? Would they have been the same looking uniform? Most likely, right? Yeah, I feel like it would have been right there. Well, let's read about the other person. Oh, this is not... Okay. This is going to be the same. About the other night. From Win Akasaka. Date 05/07/2330. Hakia? Hakia? I don't know how to pronounce this, sorry. The other day, when you invited me to the security checkpoint for some hand-to-hand combat training, I was not myself. In fact, if I took a blood alcohol test at the time, I think I could have actually proven this, legally. As it stands, I don't even remember the thing that didn't happen. So if you could clear this up with Liana and tell her this non-fact, I'd appreciate it. P.S. I get that what didn't happen left a trail of physical evidence implying that it actually did happen, but maybe you can convince her it was basically nothing. Damn it, I'm screwed, aren't I? Yes, if you get caught cheating, you can't just say, oh, it didn't happen, especially when there's physical evidence. Discipline from Commander Natara. Date 05/06/2330. Inside Nagata. I've heard reports that you haven't taken your post at the cargo bay as seriously as I had hoped. While these allegations have yet to be substantiated, I have decided to be proactive and take measures to help maintain unit alertness. You will now be splitting your shift at the checkpoint with another Marine, effective immediately. With these changes, I trust there will be no more questions about your behavior going forward. When you are not on your shift, leave your uniform and elevator keycard in the locker at the checkpoint. Okay, so that's telling me there's a keycard there in that locker. Personnel. Shouldn't it be personnel? Personal profile. Hakia Degata. Height 1.71 meters. Weight 60.7 kilometers. Birthplace is Mars. Rank Ensign. Bio. Originally worked for the Sidonia security team for training as a UC Marine. Pedigree, notwithstanding, shows high marks and efficiency with assault weapons and hand-to-hand combat. Dang, I really wish I could have gotten both uniforms here, buddy. Someone's bad at stacking stuff. Can we find the other people's terminals? Yep, there's another one. Oh, wait, there's one right here. This is Asaka Ensign's uniform. This one's reload speed. Are they all the same? Yeah. Nothing unique. Okay.
Vincent.
Yes. You're not questioning why I'm in Asaka's room. So I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. Rules of engagement. From Win Akasaka. Wait. So I guess I don't understand how this should be from someone else, because this is Akasaka's terminal. Right? That don't matter. Date 05/05/2330. Lee. I understand you're upset and don't want to see me. But when you last left, you took the wrong uniform. Oh. That's why. Got it. You took the wrong uniform and my elevator keycard with it. None of these uniforms had keycards next to them. But it's the uniform that I really need back. What do you think would happen if I was wearing yours and used the wrong cipher in the command bay? They would think me an intruder and shoot me on sight. Do their face... Do their faces not look the same? No one's caring that I'm wearing Zarimi's uniform and I'm a black dude, so hopefully Zarimi's a black dude. Even though I'm pretty sure Leanna was a woman. I mean, I could be obviously misunderstanding, you know, not knowing any of that other stuff. But I don't think if they looked at me, I look just like Leanna. That's the point I'm making here. What do you think? I would have read that. So I'll ask you one more time. Let's meet up somewhere and trade. We don't have to talk, and I'm not going to try and explain myself. I just want my uniform back. Personal profile. Again, I think this should have been personnel. No, yeah, so this is Zarimi. Yeah. So the whole that it got switched is just confused me. Name, Leanna Zarimi. Height, 1. Oh, so maybe that's why that person walked past, looked at me, and didn't question why I was in Zarimi's room. I am Leanna Zarimi. Height, 1.5 meters. Weight, 49.7 kilometers. Birthplace, Gagarin. Rank, Ensign. Bio. Graduated with focus on computer engineering and software as a civilian. Employed briefly at Galbank before being recruited as a military software specialist. Excuse me. Eventually was allowed to transfer to infantry at her own request, serving initial tour on SY-920. But none of these people have a key card to the elevator. One of them says it's in a locker. Can I ring that bell? I can take the bell. Is that cuddle sore? Socialite skirt? I don't think outfits had like buffs on them before. That must have been added with an update. I mean, I'm just now noticing it, but at launch, I don't think they had anything on them. Okay, there was that locker over here, but I don't think it's the same locker. It's just me. Just, Zarimi.
I've heard the engineers say Dr. Vogel is an AI. I guess that's their way of saying he's smart or boring.
So you look like you sank into the floor. I'm sorry. It just caught me off guard. I don't think the key card will be in here. It would have been nice if they had. Be quiet. Space is not for the weak. Okay. I don't think it's going to be in this locker. It's probably another locker. I mean, it's obviously another locker. Don't know why I said probably. Antibiotic paste and David Copperfield. Okay. In order to find that, I need to first get access to Command Bay. I need a uniform that can help me bypass checkpoints. I already have that.
There's been rumors of soldiers smuggling personal items into the station.
Just making sure I didn't miss it. Is there no way to leave this area without going back into the vent? They're like static shock. Okay, nothing else there. Christmas Carol. Again, I don't think I should.
The mess hall? Culinary specialist Okoye is a damn good chef.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
We have a full kitchen. Everything you could ever ask for in a star station. And here you are, eating rations like we're trapped in a goddamn foxhole.
I just like the way it tastes. Sorry.
I mean, have you tried anything else? The sandwiches, the salads, the cuts?
Not a fan.
But rations, you like? The food that's literally designed for durability rather than taste?
Yup.
Okay. Maybe you like how they taste.
So tired.
But it's not healthy to eat rations all day.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Says right here on the ration box. Equipped with all the nutritional needs for UC forces operating in adverse climates and conditions across the settled systems. So no, I don't need anything else. Rations are enough.
Oh, okay.
I've heard the technology in this station would make the FC surrender before we...
So are you gonna notice who I am? Because logically you should.
It's not easy feeding a crew this size, but my pride as an officer won't let me cut any corners. Unless, of course, you don't want the crust.
Okay. They pointed his name out, so I thought he would have some kind of significance.
Excuse me?
Seems like he doesn't. Okay, it wants me to go this way. Oh, and now I'm behind you. Okay, got it. Got some robots here. Oh, no. Not wasting our time on that.
State your business.
I need to report to the command bay for duty.
Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead.
I didn't know it was going to lead into that room. I thought it was going to lead into a different room, so now I do want to get in there. Because I think those are the lockers that I was told about. Both of the solos have to go here. They're the only ones that fit. Okay. Just in case. Put you there. No. you here. Well, I thought this was the locker that was going to have what I needed. No. You can see in there that that is not worth an expert lock. There's the other uniform. Robot control. No. No, I will be turning turrets off, though. Oh, they're already off. Never mind.
Station seems secure.
None of these have the elevator keycard, though. I checked where all 3 uniforms were, and not a single uniform had the elevator keycard with it. Is it just not a thing?
All quiet over here.
And that's the only solution, right? Okay, this is if I still needed to stealth without having a uniform? I guess? No. Why is there no Neuralink that lets me hack terminals? Oh, this is where I was already here. Okay. And this is the elevator that I don't have a key card for. Unless it's attached to the uniform. And I guess it was. That is denied. Okay, I didn't realize that mattered. Is the uniform unique though, like the newest one? Nope, they're all the same. Okay. Do I have access to 3? No. 1? No. 4? It didn't say denied in my top screen. Got a clerk over here, though, and a slate. UC Marines slate. There's been a lot of chatter rumbling around about the projects on this station. It's always a topic of conversation with the unit. Everyone's got their theories about what's going on in engineering. You want to hear my theory? It ain't none of my business. That's my theory. I just keep my head down, follow orders, and collect my creds. Chain of command still means something to this jarhead. Okay. Master locked.
Area still secure.
They're gonna hear this, aren't they? I mean, they're not because of game mechanics, but logically they would hear this.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu.
I've made it to the command bay.
Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. I've hacked into the database, and it seems information on the comm spike is in the archives. There's a checkpoint you'll have to pass, which requires a clearance code.
I could use the uniform I picked up and walk past the guards.
I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself, but a disguise is never a bad idea. The uniform won't be enough though. You'll need to find a computer with the code. Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located the comm spike.
You headed down to the engineering bay?
Okay. I entered the command bay. I'll need to find information on the project in order to locate the comm spike. I need to find a code.
Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. If you're 15 minutes early, you're still 10 minutes late.
Utility. Find a ventilation shaft. This isn't a ventilation shaft. This is just a room. So I don't know why it marked that down. Here's the ventilation shaft. Okay, that seems a very important place to be. Let's just head back out for a sec to look around the rest of this area.
Need your clearance code, Marine.
Since when is this area restricted?
It's been that way since Commander Natara took over. No entry in the command bay without a clearance code.
Ah, I must have gotten turned around.
I'll say. You might want to track down your commanding officer and have him clarify your post. Maybe they'll draw you a map.
Maybe I'll paint a map on your face with bullets. I won't, though. I'm morally a good person. I just often say things that are very aggressive and hostile. You know the way. He gets it. It's just a little thing we say to each other. Of course, because I'm Zaremi, and that's just something Zaremi would say. Oh, come on. Classic Zaremi with the light glowing from her forehead. Leanna is the name, but we're in the military, so we use last names. Immediately tells me access is denied without even letting me put the card in. Okay.
I hope we don't do it.
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new?
I'm Zaremi. I thought the uniforms, the way they worded these uniforms was like people didn't notice you. They only noticed your uniform. You have a name, Messina. Oh, and you're a lieutenant. You might see through this disguise. Oh no.
Pardon?
Okay, perishable goods delivered. Location Cargo Bay 2, 50 kilograms. Food items delivered to culinary specialist Okio. Personal property moved to the barracks. Okay. Engineering supplies delivered. 25.7 kilograms. Signed off by Dr. Markin Eubanks in place of Dr. Vogel, because Dr. Vogel's AI. Pilot uniforms. 10 kilograms. It was canceled. Canceled has 2 L's in it, right? Am I wrong? Every time I read canceled in the game, it only has 1, but I'm pretty sure it has 2. Commander Natara wants to reassess the safety protocols before restarting the flight tests. Lieutenant Messina's personal logs. Unauthorized goods on station. The incident with Project Archangel, highlights 2 areas of concern, with both the safety of the projects and the smuggling of contraband to SY-920. At some point, we should probably do a full audit of all cargo ships authorized to dock. Commander Woods poured money into 2 tentpole items, safety and security. But the safety record for our projects is terrible, and the leaks to outside sources prove security was not up to standard. Now, we've swung in the opposite direction, and it's been a welcome adjustment. Commander Natara has put in multiple checkpoints and security measures that will help safeguard the sensitive nature of the projects here. In any case, I'll need to put together a proper report on potential smugglers before presenting to Commander Natara. She doesn't like it when I make suggestions off the cuff. The listing is daunting, unfortunately, given the suppliers we need. Another spreadsheet for the pile. Red flag transports. After staring at this spreadsheet for hours, this doesn't look like a spreadsheet, I've decided to cull the list down to a handful of ships that may be suspect. This is not proof of guilty by any means, they simply match the criteria I've laid down to narrow my search. Mainly, ships that began as independent contractors not directly associated with the United Colonies, and ships that have less than a decade of operational history we can refer to. In the list are ship Anasi UC 576B cargo class transport with Captain Malawi Nidia. Ship Jade Swan UC-793A cargo class transport, Captain Juan Dayu, which we know is our current person. Ship Claire de Lune UC-887C cargo class transport, Captain Phineas Kimball. That wasn't Kimball's name, right? No. Ship Izanagi UC-99 6C cargo class transport, Captain Kazuhiro Sakaniwa. Operations leak. I wonder if it's possible that one of the transports I flagged is the source of our operations leak. I'll need to cross-reference the delivery dates with the ones on my spreadsheet. Maybe there's some correlation there. But right now, even I have to admit there's just not enough evidence. Commander Natara dismissed my initial report as lacking anything concrete, as thin as the slate was written on it, she said. To be fair, I can tell she's under a lot of pressure. Commander Woods still has some loyalists on the station, and any misstep will subvert her authority. Okay, can I wipe her terminal? No. Which I guess I don't want to. But okay. Hello.
Make it quick, Ensign. I'm busy with half a dozen spreadsheets that I'm pretty sure outrank you. And you know how the commander feels about breaking the chain of command. She hates it.
Busy? With what?
I'm sorry, Ensign, but I don't think you have the clearance for that information. Especially when the problem concerns a leak.
Oh, well, you should probably call the plumber. I'm a person. Can a spreadsheet really outrank me?
Are you kidding? Being a person puts you exactly at the bottom of the totem pole. Look at me. I'm an engineer, graduated top of my class, and I'm pretty sure the coffee machine gets more respect. At least the spreadsheet actually does some heavy lifting.
Okay, well, I need access past the security checkpoint.
Well, you've got a uniform. Ensign Zaremi, is it? Just use the computer in the security office and look up the code based on your last name.
Okay. You're looking down at the moment.
You again? I told you, I'm busy. Spreadsheets, numbers, important stuff.
I need access past the security checkpoint.
Well, you've got a uniform. Ensign Nate, is it? Just use the computer in the security office and look up the code based on your last name.
Alright, not the brightest. Oh, I keep forgetting. You can't be looking at something when you want to quick save. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Oh, wrong one. I doubt this will work. Because also, once you click on something, now I gotta wait for it to recharge.
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Who's your commanding officer? Only authorized personnel are allowed here.
You're my commanding officer. How dare you forget your favorite ensign?
Stop with the bullshit. It's not funny. Now, if you aren't authorized to be here, I ask that you leave.
You don't outrank me. Are you even authorized to ask me that question? Yeah, you're an ensign, aren't you?
Stop being evasive and answer the question, Ensign.
Okay, I apologize. I got lost. Think you can just let me go?
Strange. How are you allowed into the command bay if you don't know the area?
Don't think about it too much. Persuade. I report directly to Commander Natara.
Only senior officers report to the commander. Something doesn't seem right.
Need to beat a 4. Look, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Well, if you say so. Fine. I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your post.
Okay, so I think I stepped too close. So it's kind of like Hitman logic. I can walk near them, but if I get too close to them, they will realize I'm not who I am supposed to be. I don't know if stealthing like that increases my chances. It doesn't seem to.
Hey!
It was still a 70, so no point in caring. Because I could just get the password from the things. I just wanted to see if I could steal it. Which wasn't worth it, because now I got to go through this overly long loading screen. Oh, is that a magazine? No. Logistics Officer Terminal. Logistics Officer Computer. I don't know why it's a terminal. Clearance code. I keep forgetting to check the computer in the security room before going through the checkpoint. I've got a bit of an astigmatism too, which seems to manifest itself whenever whenever I'm looking at lines of text. So sometimes I'll look at the code for the wrong rank or the wrong surname, and I'll get denied entrance to the operations center. Oh, okay, why would you type that? Being on time. I knew this was coming. Commander Natara read me the riot act for always being the last one in to report. She's not wrong. In the Marines, if you aren't 5 minutes early, you're 10 minutes late. Hey, someone just said that. Funny part is, I'm actually the first one to leave the barracks, but it's the damn codes. I always screw those up. Also, I hate to beat a dead horse, but we never had all these procedures under Commander Woods. But he's been disappeared for reasons that remain classified. That implies that he's been killed. He's been disappeared. Transfer to logistics. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I got transferred to logistics because of my issues being punctual. While having to sit in a cubicle all day is pretty depressing, on the bright side, at least I don't need a clearance to sit at my desk. Well, you're not at your desk, so you appear to be late. What about you? Mission secrecy. They don't have names, they're just logistics. I was talking to another Marine about some of the projects on this station, and we both concluded we don't know a damn thing about them. I get that Operation Security is always integral to a professional mission, but usually the circle of trust extends to the jarheads working the perimeter. But here, especially on the command bay level, we can't even put on our pants without an access card. That sounds like harassment. I can't imagine how restrictive it must be in engineering. Slow days. My wife thought the transfer to logistics would do me some good, and I can't say I disagree. I've done enough combat tours to write my own personal war trilogy, and so it's good to have some R&R. The slow days are a killer, though. There must be a black hole nearby the way time moves here. When the tour is over, I'll probably come back home and find the missus old and gray. Slower days. Okay, now I'm officially bored. This is a high-level mission with top secret clearance and all of that, but those are the jobs that see the least amount of action. The hard-working people in UC Intelligence make sure of that. So I'm not sure what to do when I'm done filling my daily inactivity report. Maybe I will write that novel. Well, it doesn't look like you have. Chunk cheesesteak. Okay, you would probably notice me. Let's just make our way around.
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new?
Yep, totally. Top secret projects. Whatever projects are being worked on here must be incredibly important. Keycards at every elevator, checkpoints on every floor. The COs, commanding officers, don't tell us anything except when to eat, patrol, and sleep. Fine by me. The less I know, the fewer secrets I have to keep. Ensign Pahlavi? What is Ensign Pahlavi doing that requires him to type all day? Is that the person directly across from you? The worst part is he has one of those annoying one-finger typing techniques that is the equivalent of paint drying in zero gravity. Is he writing a novel? Because no single military report requires that much typing. He's made it so I can't even think, because all I do is rage. Well, two can play at that game. I'm just going to type loudly and self-importantly. No one would say that. I'm going to write self-importantly until he can no longer keep the chapters in his story straight. No great fiction will be written by your hand tonight, Ensign Pahlavi? Not if I can help it. Take this, Pahlavi. Gibberish. I'm not reading that. Wow. This is the UC military. No wonder they couldn't win the war. We got next. Hotshot pilots. I hear they're bringing in some hotshot test pilots to the station. They should have asked me. I flew for the Vanguard. I would have saved them the trouble. Top secret project? Secrecy on the project is unlike anything I've ever seen. Hell, I feel weird just typing this. We'll probably delete later. People rarely exit the engineering bay elevators, except when they get fired. The other day, some poor engineer named Eubanks came out Engineering Bay 4 with a box. They'll probably ship him off to RNA 1 and bury him in it. Deleted. This entry has been deleted. Deleted. This entry has been deleted. I'm guessing you got fired, whoever you were. Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry, thought there was a terminal back there. Okay, whose uniform am I currently wearing? Nagata. I'm gonna trust that there's only one of each person. Yep. SY920 Marine Slate. This one was in February. Maybe I've been watching too many vids, but this station scares the crap out of me. I hear footsteps in the vents, like someone's moving around inside them. Someone or something. I know we're not allowed to bring a custom firearm, but I'm not going to let some excessively alien-looking creature get the best of me. I got some weapon mods smuggled in with my personal effects, and I just need to assemble them without the Lieutenant or Commander Natara noticing. And then I'll leave my slate here so that they find them. Okay, so I'm guessing those mods are in this safe. So I will take the time to open this safe. None of those were mods. All right. So I think we searched this whole room. We saw that she had a pass card, but we can get one out of the security office. Anyone else not like the design of the Infinity Alpha? It just doesn't look appropriate. Where am I putting that thing to heal? Oh, another slate. Oh, this is where... No, because this says Specialist Slate. You see Specialist Slate. This is in January. The Model A's we have in the armory are first class and will respond to any threat on the station. I don't have clearance to know what's going on here, but I know well enough that any security breach needs to be eliminated. Given the stakes, I've made it my personal project to bolster their weapon systems and study their call stacks. I feel like I can make some improvements in their programming subroutines too, but when I told the lieutenant, she responded with a grim stare. With that grim stare of hers, she reminded me that I need to get approval through the proper channels before modding the machines on my own. That's a D. That's not an O for novice. That's in device. It might be an O, but it looks like it's flattened. Okay, next terminal. which leaves you two. For checkpoint access, please retrieve a security code based on your last name. So mine is going to be AK127C. Should I write that down? I'll write it down. AK127C. Got it. And if I'm a P, and oh, if I'm a Q through Z. I think that just leads into the room that the two dudes are in, right? What?
Tired of rations.
Oh, it must loop around, I would think. There's a computer in there. You can hear it. Okay. Oh, but also, yeah, I could have just gone around it, huh? Well, let's go get my clearance first. That way, when I do, if I do choose to go around it, I would still be safe.
Need your clearance code, Marine.
I've got a code.
All right, Ensign, let's hear it.
Because I'm wearing the H outfit, that means it's AK-12-7C.
Sorry, Ensign. Code doesn't match.
What? Oh, it's an N. Why did I think it was an H? And he's letting me go, which is good. But why did I think it was an H? That's NG983P. It's not asleep. Okay. Hey, I'm back for the third time.
Need your clearance code, Marine.
Well, I've got one.
All right, Ensign, let's hear it.
NG983P.
You're clear, Ensign Ngata.
Why is this one worth more than Ngata's uniform? Oh, come on. Well, do you guys have anything in there worth breaking into that master lock? Doesn't look like it. And this one requires a key. Don't get too close to you.
You lost, Ensign?
No, I'm good. You good? How's your day going? Space Rogue Muscle Gear. I mean, it's... I think I have space trucker casual wear already. You know what? We'll grab it. We'll just grab it.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant.
Inform them they are clear to launch.
Well, there's Commander Natara. We got a couple computers over here. Got a door down there. And then we need to check out her area. Her upstairs. This place. Both of those probably sounded like innuendo things. But I meant we needed to come over here.
I don't know you, Ensign.
I don't know you either.
Sure you have clearance?
Are you sure you have clearance?
Why aren't you at your post, Ensign? Get back to your post, Ensign. I don't take kindly to loiterers on my ship.
Okay, my post is here. Alright. Her office. She's got gummy bugs! Well, she had gummy bugs. Now I have gummy bugs. Commander's computer. Smugglers. Lieutenant Messina finally submitted her report on the subject of cargo transports, and the evidence was circumstantial at best. Most of it seemed to imply that a handful of soldiers have been making a number of unauthorized requests, ranging from snacks to firearms. This, of course, is unacceptable, and a full investigation will be required. However, our focus right now has to be the project deadlines and shoring up station security and safety protocols. We stop the source, and the soldiers will fall in line. UC Vigilance shield upgrade. Well, that's odd. That's the ship that I'm on. I've spoken to Commander Ikonde about the potential shield upgrade for the UC Vigilance. After talking with the engineers, we have a number of projects in the works that have moved past the beta stage and will be ready for deployment by the time the ship docks. Project Svalin is the obvious choice here, but there are other candidates to consider. Dr. Gabriel Vogel. Dr. Vogel is brilliant. There's no denying that. The problem is he communicates the same way he engineers, in a manner that is inscrutable to anyone but him. Commander Woods seems to have taken advantage of this. Haven't I heard Vogel's name before? Has taken advantage of this when allocating funding to various projects. And because Dr. Vogel kept such poor documentation, it's impossible to find an adequate paper trail. He made a mistake, though, by pouring so much money into safety and security. No one would have batted an eye if he focused on R&D. The costly projects would have been blamed on Dr. Vogel chasing another dead end. But the fact that pilots are dead, items are being smuggled off the station, and now we have leaks, it doesn't add up. Add to that all the trouble with Project XNN, and I'm starting to sense a pattern. Bloated funding combined with bad ops security and extreme cost cutting, but if that's the case, then where did the money go? Isn't Dr. Vogel the guy we learn about in the main story? I could be wrong. But I feel like I've heard Dr. Vogel before. Commander Woods. I'm conflicted on whether I should turn in the evidence regarding Commander Woods' activities on the station. On the one hand, well, you would just say on one hand, my duties as a soldier are clear, but on a personal level, I would not be where I am without his guidance, advice, and support. He has been nothing short of a father figure to me. I owe him my life. Which is why this is an impossible situation. Part of me hoped he would just make the decision easy for me and retire. But now that his sabbatical is almost over, I'm hearing rumblings that he may be reinstated here. The higher-ups at Mast will want a recommendation from me, And given my track record, if I deny any wrongdoing on his part, it will be taken as gospel. That's probably what he's counting on, that I'd never betray his trust, and I wouldn't, but I also would never betray my oath to serve the UC. So, what do? Well, it seems like if he's corrupt, you don't let him aboard the ship, Captain. Commander, not Captain. My apologies, ma'am. Sorry, I need to know what's in here. I don't like doing the lockpicking, but I need to know what's in here. The only way to open this is with a single, because it's all that works. No, that also doesn't work. Because then we have one of these and it has to go here, right? Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. And then I could put a solo there, right? So put that one there. That one there, and then a solo, and then I can put this one here. Fishworker splashware. Not worth it. Okay, I really need to just stop wasting the time picking these. Because all I got was Fishworker splashware. Data access terminal. Computer, not terminal. Beta project approvals. So, Svalin, Comspike, and Tierser have all been approved. For all projects not yet in beta, please consult the project lead for more information. Beta project leads. Svalin is being led by Dr. Marcia Panbury, Comspike by Gabriel Vogel, and Tierser by Jihoon Shim. Are these all the same? Yeah. I don't know why you guys have 3 of the exact same thing. It's just toxin in this dude's thing. Records officer computer. Okay. Just seeing if there's anything else here that means anything. Data access computer. Projects. UCE 85 Svalin. Status is active. We already know it's Panbury. Engineering Bay 2, Lab 1. Project lead and permissions. Project is under the supervision of both Commander Natara and Ikonde. Oh, yeah, this is the one about the the shields. Rank clearance Ensign Plus. What does that mean? Additional security requirements, Joint Commander approval. Svalin proposal. The goal of Project Svalin is to create smart shielding design to offer better efficiency and power economy for larger starships. Rather than generate shield power for all modules, the intelligent shielding would divert power on the fly based on predictive algorithms, taking advantage of data rooted in classic Bayesian inference and time series modeling. By calculating a number of high probability factors such as distance, enemy ship capabilities, and likely targets, the system would anticipate and generate shielding for specific modules before an attack occurs, rather than rely on in-the-moment computations that are too slow to be practical. Benefits: better, more concentrated shielding, more efficient energy consumption, increased power supply for other systems. Project approvals. Phase 1 construction approved by Engineering Bay 2. Development assigned to SY-920. Project approved. Approving officer, Commander Kibwe Ikande of UC SysDef. Project UCE 85 has been received. Let's do UCA 44 Tercer next. We already know it's by Shim. It's Engineering Bay 6, Lab number 2. Project permissions. Need rank of Lieutenant, which I don't have. The rest of that is inconsequential. Let's read the proposal. The goal of Tercer is to create a guided missile targeting system that offers surgical ballistic damage to enemy spacecrafts. The use case of the system is to debilitate targets without destroying the ships themselves. Benefits: disabling enemy spacecraft without harming systems or crew, allowing for better recovery of resources and prisoners. More efficient of weapons, increasing overall cost effectiveness. Project approvals. Phase 1 construction approved for Engineering Bay 6. Development assigned to here. Project has been approved by Commander Victor Dubois. Have we met Victor yet? I don't know. UCA 44 has been received. And Project ComSpike. We already know it's Vogel. It's in Engineering Bay 4, Lab 4. Project lead and permissions. All inquiries regarding the ComStrike should be routed through him. All other matters should be directed to Commander Natara or the highest ranking officer. Ensign Plus clearance, code clearance. Level 4 clearance should only be accessed by Commander approval. Okay. Upgrade security clearance. All it took was doing that, and I just walked right in here. Activating elevator clearance protocols. Authorizing override. Engineering Bay 4 elevator clearance granted. Please report to Dr. Gabriel Vogel for further guidance. Well, poor Nagata. ComSpike a proposal. The goal of ComSpike is to create a highly sensitive receiver capable of picking up communication signals and decrypting them on the spot. Signal range would be star system-wide at a minimum of 50 AU. The receiver would be strong enough to pick up traces of frequencies potentially weakened by distance, atmosphere, or a gravitational field. Decryption software would be smart enough to both decrypt any signal within nanoseconds and propose any missing or corrupt data. Benefits: distress signals become easier to locate and interpret. UC security could detect hostile frequencies before they become a threat. Hostile embedded messaging could be easily exposed. Communications across the system are greatly increased with fewer delays. Isn't this the whole bat ears thing from Batman Dark Knight Rises? Project approvals. Phase 1 construction approved for Engineering Bay 4. Development assigned here. Project approved. Commander Stephen Woods. And it has been received. Got it. Is that all that was on here? It was just projects? And it just leads back to here. Emergency access computer. Open that door. Just right back out into here. No one's any the... Oh, you're not in your room. Why are you not in your room? I feel like that's not a good sign.
How are the tests for the comms spike going?
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
It's always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, we'll simply monitor the situation at the cargo bay. For now, I've recommended to Dr. Vogel to contact me immediately if he identifies any suspicious behavior.
Okay. It's in Bay 4. This is a big room. Big elevator. I've reached the engineering bay where the comm spike is being developed by Dr. Gabriel Vogel. I can speak to Dr. Vogel or search for a terminal that might offer information on its exact location. Let's do a check-in.
Dayu here. Cargo's almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly.
Wait, are you really leaving?
It's nothing you've done. You've managed to get through the entire station without raising a single alarm. But the longer I stick around, the more people ask questions. And that's before they find out what you've been up to.
But I'm your cargo.
You are, and I've delivered you just as Delgado asked. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that.
Okay, any parting advice?
Stay clear of any Marines or try a scientist outfit. You're more likely to be a stranger if you're wearing a lab coat. Other than that, the only advice I can give you is find Dr. Vogel. Whenever I hear chatter about that project, that's the name that comes up. Find him, and you'll find your target.
Okay, stealth check. I've made it this far. I can sneak my way off.
You've made it this far without engaging in combat. I trust you'll have no issues moving further. It was an honor to work with a true professional. Good luck. If you manage to get the comm spike and make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you a drink.
Okay, and now we have added one to the key. We need to find ourselves a scientist's uniform. Nope, that's a notepad. Look like a slate. No, put it on. There we go. Room 1. Engineering lab computer. Oh, come on. Look at all of this. Project Archangel supplemental proposal. Project: hydrogen-based grav drive technology for prototype ships. Funding: funds would most likely come from the UC military defense prototyping budget, but potential civilian application could draw grants from interested corporate parties. Engineering bandwidth: this would likely be a protracted endeavor. but the potential rewards would far exceed the costs, would be far more predictable than quantum travel, but from a technical and cost perspective. Transfer of Archangel Pilot. From Commander Natara, date is April 30th, 2330. I'm requesting a transfer of the pilot Alex Vong, who we know, he's the guy we met on the Vigilance, codenamed Archangel Azrael, over to the UC Vigilance due to an accident on the project that killed 2 of his peers. He is in no mental state to continue and will need replacement pilots for both Project Archangel and ComSpike. I don't think he mentioned that, did he? He mentioned he was transferred. I mean, this is a long time ago. This was last year, actually. But I don't think he mentioned 2 of the other pilots died. Until these new pilots are vetted, test flights will be divided up amongst the remaining roster of available testers. Leads will need to provide the pilots with a code to bypass the checkpoint. Response, Project Archangel, from Dr. Gustav Ames. The date is March 6th. Your project does indeed sound promising, Dr. Ram. Make your instincts your compass, and they will always point to true north. Unfortunately, I cannot commit my time or heart to something new at the moment. Moreover, I feel my presence would only hurt your chances in acquiring Mast's stamp of approval. The number of hurdles Project Xin encountered with procuring the specimens I required, both in terms of the hazardous terrain and the political nonsense that accompanies any deep space mission, as well as Commander Woods' involvement in my projects, makes them a third rail. As such, it is in your best interests to make your proposal free of the baggage that comes with my name. Okay, what did Dr. Ram do? Budget cuts. From Captain Natara, the date is April 28th. Once more, I am sending a reminder to all departments that we are doing extensive budget cuts as part of the internal audit into Commander Woods' tenure here. Most existing projects will be allowed to continue, provided a realistic roadmap to completion has been submitted. Going forward, all new projects will have much stricter requirements for approval. A checklist for meeting this criteria will be supplied as part of your weekly briefings. And Dr. Vogel. From Dr. Aaron Kang. This is the 4th doctor we've learned about. No, I think we've actually learned about more, huh? Yeah, I mean, just in this video. The date is April 30th. Sandra. I'm not sure what to make of Dr. Vogel's request. Delivery on a paper napkin to turn his laboratory into a non-Euclidean space. He said you would know the details, but somehow I doubt that. As much as I love the ComSpike project from an intellectual standpoint, I miss working with you and Dr. Ames. I'm hoping Project Cloudstrike, and now another project that's just been introduced, can get greenlit, and we can get the band back together. Should I just take this to Commander Natara? I've never met her before, but I feel like my concerns are valid. At times, Dr. Vogel doesn't seem like he's all there. Well, okay. And yes, Sandra, that there typo was unintentional, but I'm keeping it. Okay. So now we're learning about Project Cloudstrike. You're not going to notice me, right?
Yes. What?
Okay, good. Oh my god, more terminals. And it's expert locked. There's probably another way in, huh? I'm just taking the risk and putting them in immediately, hoping it's going to pay off. And it did.
So, what's this big project you're working on?
Well, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Really? Couldn't you just trust me?
Nope. Right out the airlock you'd go. But I'd try my best not to enjoy it.
Okay, thought I'd get more information out of that. Another scientist uniform. There was a way in. It was through the vent. Oh no, because that vent drops down to the room I'm going to. So this is a way to bypass. Got it. Engineering lab computer. Well, I think I only need to read... Oh, God, no. That one's longer. I need to read 3 of them. Project proposal. Zin. Overview. The question of whether alien life is intelligent is a difficult question to ponder, without first asking what we meant by the word intelligence. After all, there is often a human-centric bias when we attempt to classify one species as smarter than the other. For example, we tend to view plants as less intelligent than animals because they lack a central nervous system, when in fact, mycorrhizal fungi have long developed sophisticated networks where plants transfer nutrients and minerals to each other without a centralized command center. Isn't that why we don't consider fungus to be plants? Because they're smarter than plants? We often hold the same view of machine intelligence versus biological alternatives. We rely on ship computer algorithms to dispense energy efficiency the same way the brain directs our limbs. Yet, in my study of xenofungal networks, that's apparently what Zen stands for. Where does the other N come from? Xenofungal? I guess. I've learned there is a better way. Rather than centralized ship control, if a collective intelligence can be used to direct ship power, it could increase speed and efficiency by a factor of 2. So they're wanting to make smart spaceships, is I think what I'm getting. Potential military applications. Faster computation in milliseconds can be the difference between victory and defeat in battle. Ships low on fuel reserves will be able to jump further when in distress. Financial boon from patents, if determined strategically safe to share, could provide additional funding for all departments. Potential civilian applications. Conservations of fuel and less dependency of mining additional reserves would benefit all mankind, not just the UC. Project Suspension, Xin. From Commander Natara, in reply to Project Zen, March 5th. I warned the department that cuts would be coming with Commander Woods' dismissal, and after conferring with Mast, I am recommending we suspend this project effective immediately. That's why none of the ships we've seen can talk. Your research into xenoneural networks is interesting, Dr. Ames, but in order for me to justify funding anything that involves alien organisms, we need to be able to pitch some kind of military application to the higher-ups. To have it appear as if we are violating the Treaty of Narian without producing any actual weapons would be a foolish endeavor. However, my main concern is the budget. Along with the ComSpike, this was one of Commander Woods' pet projects, and he seemed to have a heavy influence in several areas that I believe are outside his purview. I'm not making an accusation. I understand he had junior engineers serve as his liaison for much of this, and that is being investigated by my team. Let me be clear when I say I am not singling you out. More casualties should be expected, and I will send a message out to the entire team soon. Project Archangel. This one's from Dr. Sandra Ram on March 5th. Hey, I'm sorry to hear about the suspension of Project Zen. It was bold and ambitious as all your work is, but since you're now free, I was wondering if you might consider bringing that big, bold way of thinking to our project instead. I know the team has been trying to design a ship that will take full advantage of our pilot's flying prowess, and with the recent accidents, we could all use a pick-me-up. That's why I've drawn up the supplementary proposal to alter the engine and the fuel of the latest prototype. Historically, we've sought lighter elements. Hydrogen, as a property, is 57 times lighter than gaseous vapors, and 14 times lighter than air. It's odorless and non-corrosive. Liquid hydrogen combined with oxidizers was basically the go-to fuel in old-school space exploration. So much reading. And yeah, more modern engines have done the opposite, going with the weightier gravitational warping to bend space-time. So we made the switch from hydrogen fuel to helium, which is also way less flammable and requires less venting. It's the preferred choice in powering grav drives. Now, I've always been a contrarian. Mom always said so. Anyway, so maybe this is all just foolish speculation, but I wonder if a shift back to hydrogen-based fuel may be worth exploring. Don't the ships all run on hydrogen 3? Given the crystallization process on other planets can enrich chemical properties in different ways and reduce hydrogen's more volatile tendencies. Maybe we need to explore the possibilities of a hydrogen-based grav drive. I don't know, just a thought, but one that's been rattling around in my brain for a hot minute now. So after I dot my I's and cross my T's, I'm thinking of pitching the idea to Dr. Vogel next week, but I would love to hear your feedback on the idea first. And we've already read budget cuts. Ooh. Okay, so this was Dr. Ram's office. This was Dr. Whose office was this? No, this was Dr. Ram's office. Yeah. And that was, yeah. Okay.
I've heard the team is looking for more test pilots.
Yes, if you have experience flying, you should talk to Dr. Vogel.
I don't know. I've flown a Discovery class, but I'm not familiar with the newer tech.
Newer ships are generally easy to fly. I venture you wouldn't have too many difficulties.
Okay, and I should be safe because I'm wearing a scientist uniform. Doesn't say steal.
Doctor?
Yes, I am doctor. I am doctor. That was my lunch because I am doctor. Okay, let's see who else lost their stuff. Safety of our test pilots. From Commander Natara, this was on April 27th. Dr. Kang, the other doctor. MAST has indicated that the recent loss of test pilots is in no way a concern going forward for both Project Comstrike and Archangel. They're committed to giving us their best, although it's likely given that the accidents, pilots will be transferred back to SysDef as part of the reshuffling of departments. That being said, the origin of the mechanical failures should have been caught much earlier, especially considering the very large amount of credits budgeted for safety. I realize all of this was greenlit by my predecessor, but the fact that it occurred across multiple cycles and 2 separate projects is unacceptable. I've already read budget cuts, so this is a forward draft letter to Commander Natara from Dr. Marson Eubanks. This was on April 29th. Aaron, I'm guessing that is Natara's first name. Here's my... no, it's not. Never mind. Here's my draft to Commander Natara regarding the budget cut message she sent out to everyone. Let me know what you think. Commander Natara, I understand that some budget cuts are necessary, but I'm worried about certain benefits the team and I were used to receiving from Commander Woods, and I would rather not discuss it on the record. Besides, things are communicated better in person, and I would rather not hear your message through the computer like some ventriloquist's trick. I am not saying things need to go back to how they were, but I think myself and my colleagues have earned something beyond the meager salary Mast has so generously provided. That's all I'm asking. Compensation requisite to the work we do. And I don't think that's asking for much. If you'd speak to us human beings, or if you would speak to us human being to human being, rather than as a mouthpiece for Mast, maybe we can come to an accord. Did you read my draft? This is from Eubanks to Aaron. Aaron. Oh, so this is Aaron's office. I thought this was... because it wasn't Aaron Kang, was it? Wasn't it something else? I've already forgotten. Aaron, I sent you a draft of my letter to Commander Natara on behalf of the engineering team. What do you think? Too revealing? Too harsh? I did avoid calling her a dummy and changed the line to say mouthpiece. Don't ever tell a woman she's a mouthpiece. That's just my 2 cents. To be honest, I was banking on the benefits from the various projects Commander Woods had set up. I've got a mortgage back in New Atlantis and a kid on the way. And of course, Dr. Vogel is no help. I don't think he even realizes Project Comspike started out as another bullshit proposal we made up to fatten our pockets. So none of these were real proposals. They were just made up nonsense to make money. Okay. It does help that Project Comstrike, that the Comstrike project is near completion. Whenever Commander Natara questions one of the projects greenlit by the previous commander, we can always point to that as a success. Let's just ignore the inordinate amount of creds put into the safety budget and the procession of dead pilots that make everyone doubt the number on the page. Well, good thing he got fired. He was a complete...
Yes, what?
Teabag. Okay, well, investigation into Commander Woods. From Dr. Gabriel Vogel. This is April 22nd. Dr. Eubanks. They were right next to each other and sending each other emails? Just talk to them. Then you aren't leaving a paper trail. Okay. Dr. Eubanks. What's this I'm hearing about an investigation into Commander Woods' activities here? My concern is that he approved the budget for several of our projects, which you served as the primary liaison. Now, Commander Natara is telling me we don't have the funds for additional test pilots. You told me our budget was boundless. Clearly, I need to purchase you a dictionary so you can become better acquainted with the meaning of words. I will not let Project Comstrike get derailed because some bean counter forgot to carry the one. Don't hit send. This is from Dr. Aaron Kang to Dr. Eubanks on April 30th. So it was Aaron Kang. Why did I thought I read a different name? I would strongly advise you do yourself a favor and don't hit send on that message to Commander Natara, or at the very least, omit the part about the ventriloquist. You are playing with Dragonfire here. That message is not subtle at all. Certain benefits? Really, Marson? What did Marson? Why not just Martin? Are you crazy? You're basically admitting you were part of Commander Woods' scheme. We need to lean into the fact that the Comstrike is working and a success, and refer every question to Dr. Vogel. I don't know if he's a savant or just out of his mind, but Dr. Vogel is the kind of engineer who will come into a meeting with a stack full of parts, dump them on the floor, and pray to a toaster that a pattern emerges. 5 minutes with him, and Commander Natara will never question our expenditures again. Dr. Vogel is our buffer against any investigation. The fact that we have him leading Project UCE-86 is a gift from the universe. Let's not waste it. And termination. From Commander Natara on May 1st. Dr. Eubanks, you are terminated effective immediately. A Marine will be here to escort you from the premises. He hit send. I'm guessing this Marine is here. Oh. You shouldn't care, right? I just noticed there's another terminal behind him.
I've heard the engineers say Dr. Vogel was an AI. I guess that's their way of saying he's smart. Or boring.
Can you step away, my dude? Project UCE-86 Comstrike Overview. Mission intelligence is one of the key factors in tilting the scales of war. One can go as far back as the 20th century when Alan Turing invented the Bohm machine to decrypt the Enigma code the Nazis used to transmit messages. It can be argued that having advanced knowledge of enemy tactics, plans, and intentions is of far greater value than superior firepower or numbers. Historically, this has proven so, and thus it is the opinion of Dr. Vogel and his team that the development of Comstrike should be prioritized over projects designed to provide a brute force solution to potential war, potential military applications. Whether it's quantum encryption messaging or other forms of data masking, the Comstrike aims to be a catch-all listening device capable of intercepting and decrypting enemy transmissions. Potential civilian applications. It's unlikely this technology would be shared with the general public, unless a tactical weakness were found in the technology. If such a thing were to occur, the Comstrike could be sold to civilian salvage teams. Their crew could use the device to intercept cold signals on planets with a high data encryption signature, or hail other ships in areas where data disruption is high. Sorry, I needed water. I was just friggin' dry mouth. Dr. Gabriel Vogel's project, codenamed Comstrike, is now underway. The scientists are unsure where the idea originally sprang from, as Dr. Vogel is notoriously private, but the concept itself is genius. Having the technology be mobile is a particularly interesting quirk. I've relayed the details of the proposal to the admirals at mast. We've secured the necessary funding and will begin construction immediately. Engineers have been given blueprints, but as far as they know, this is simply a standard prototype construction for use in space warfare. I thought the war was over. The actual details of what is on board will come after the initial phase. Is the UC planning on fighting the Freestar again? Like, why are all of these projects meant for war? Okay, phase 2. While phase 1 is not yet complete, the Comstrike is now being developed by the scientists in tandem with the engineers. The two teams will eventually need to be merged, but for now, Dr. Vogel thinks it's best to keep the two teams separated. He feels a friendly rivalry will lead to more competitive spirit. Some of the engineers and scientists have even placed bets on which project will be finished first, not realizing both are part of the project, or the same project. Okay. Man, I cannot wait for summer to be over. What is that? Advanced space trucker, spacesuit, Eubanks and Woods, evidence.
Can you talk to the commander? Get me reinstated?
Natara's doing you a favor, Marcine. Would you have preferred a court-martial? Dishonorable discharge? Because all of that was on the table.
I would have preferred things to remain as they were, so I made a mistake. But my work on the Comspike
was and is irrelevant. Dr. Vogel will do just fine without you. Besides, we both know the only reason you were on that project was to bloat the budget so we could embezzle the creds. And to that end, your share of the funds should be transferred to your Gal Bank account shortly.
What am I supposed to even say to that? Those funds are the reason I don't have a job.
You could start by saying thank you. Hell, I even warned you not to poke the bear. Commander Natara being the Ursine predator in this analogy.
Aaron was right. I should have never hit send.
Yeah, you screwed up. Royally. But you can protect Dr. Gong and all the King's subjects by keeping your mouth shut from now on.
Yeah.
Hey, you want my advice? On some planet at the edge of the galaxy where you can relax for a bit. Lean back. Really dig your feet in the sand. Just get your mind off all of this. Oh, and stop with the sad puppy dog face, too. Makes you look guilty.
And what kind of face am I supposed to have?
The face of someone who got away with it.
Comstrike project status. Okay, we've already read all this. Update. May 1st, the UCE 86 Comspike prototype ship has been cleared for the next round of testing. Your ship has been moved to Dock Bay A, so I'm just going to steal the ship, which it's so I can't put this Comstrike onto my ship. They had to give me a ship. Got it. To be prepped for flight. Per recommendation precautions, access to the ship is restricted to authorized test pilots. All pilots will be required to pass through the security checkpoint and confirm their test flights. Can I still talk to him?
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. According to autocorrelation models, results in risk increased by a magnitude of 2. But we won't tell Commander Natara. What she doesn't know won't kill her.
We'll read your computer real quick. Oh, it's the same stuff. Urgent. Pilots needed. 2, Commander Natara. Have I already read this? No. Commander, the fact that I'm writing at all, and not relaying this through the usual mediums should speak to the urgency of the situation. In short, we need pilots, and we need them now. I'm aware that we are understaffed, and that has slowed the process of recruiting new pilots. I'm also aware that operational secrecy requires background checks and non-disclosure agreements, and a stack of paperwork that would extend from here to mast. Let me remind you, however, that the importance of the project is such that any delays could cause irreparable harm. That is why I am proposing an alternative solution. We have many soldiers on the station, some of whom you personally have brought on and deemed to be trustworthy Marines of high moral character. And I take it, a good share of these intrepid souls have flown a ship or two in their lifetime. Which brings me to my point. For the comm strike, we don't need ace pilots to gather the necessary flight data. Would it make more sense to use who we have here? Hey, Gabe!
Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign?
Actually, no, I didn't. Was there a sign outside? Sign? What sign?
The sign outside that says no visitors. Wait, did they not put that up? I requested it ages ago, but not surprising. Ever since Commander Natara took over, the priorities have changed.
Okay, so there probably wasn't a sign out there. Are you the person in charge of Project UCE-86?
Oh, yes. I've been studying decryption of all types for quite a long time. Probably since before you took your first crab jump. Signal protocol, quantum ratchet symmetry, interleaving data extrapolation. You name it, I've lectured on it. I've probably forgotten half of it, but I definitely knew it once.
Alright, well, I'm with the engineering team. I need you to hand over the comm spike.
The comm spike? But I can't just hand it to you. It's a module for a ship. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology.
The comm spike is a ship module?
Well, yes. In the same way the Almagest is a book on constellations and a supernova is an explosion in space. The greatest scientific minds the UC has to offer did not congregate to this station to build just a module. The brightest engineers in the settled systems did not get transferred to this station to build just a module.
Alright, sure. Well, security check. Decryption on that level has vast military applications. No wonder the UC is interested in it.
Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant tactical advantage. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plans to meal consumption. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure.
I'd be a good pilot. I love adventure. We know he wants pilots.
Yes, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. Particularly when the destination is death. But don't worry. We've corrected the problem with the ship's life support systems, and statistical models show a failure rate of less than 2%. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be transferred to the station. They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, we can present our findings to mast.
I can betray Juan. There's no time, Captain. The captain of the Jade Swan is trying to steal the comm strike. I need to secure the prototype ship immediately. I'm not going to do that. I mean, technically I should, because I'm going down the good path. As far as I know, Juan hasn't killed anyone. She's just a thief. Persuade. I'm one of those new test pilots, actually.
Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put in the request this morning. Normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. It seems a tad suspicious.
We need to beat a 6. The reasons are classified, but I've been asked to personally fly the ship.
I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. I am the project lead, after all.
We just need to get a 2, so... We don't have time for this. I was told that this was an emergency.
You're right. We do need to hurry if we're going to have this module ready in time. All right, you've convinced me. You're the new task pilot. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natara's cumbersome checkpoints. The uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
Love it when you call it a sacrifice. I've learned the comm spike is a ship module and the prototype ship is attached to. It's attached to is docked at Docking Bay 8. I'll need to commandeer the ship and bring it back to the key. Hey, give me your password.
You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center.
Why are you... Why do you still have a thing over your head? Okay. Settler workwear. Probably already have it, but I'll take it. You take my stuff again, you die. The freaking whiskey juice pouch. Oh!
You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center.
Yeah, what are you just walking around? Why are you still highlighted?
Doctor?
Hi. I'm actually not a doctor, I'm a pilot.
I was the kid who ate too much heel paste. But look at me now. A Marine on a UC star station.
That's cool. Is he still staring at me? Nope. Who has a plunger in their locker? Bro, how much you gotta destroy toilets? You need to put a plunger in your locker. Okay, you got anything else?
You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center.
Just seeing if there's any more slates anywhere. I wanted the black one the other guy's wearing. There's the helmet. But I wanted this one.
It's tough not seeing any action, but securing a station like this is a pretty important duty.
Oh, this is the correct way to go. Hold on. You still have a thing over your head.
You'll find the prototype ship at docking bay 8.
But I guess I'm good to go?
Access the flight terminals in the control center.
Reporting for duty, pilot?
I'm expected. Dr. Vogel gave me the approval.
Another test flight, huh? You pilots are braver than me. You're clear to pass. Don't forget to schedule the flight in the control center.
Okay.
We've got word of some suspicious behavior on the station. Commander Natara has asked that we be on alert. From what I heard, they could be wearing a Marine outfit. So stop anyone who don't know.
Well, good thing I'm not wearing a Marine outfit. Just gonna scooch on past you. Okay. Nope.
The old commander protected Dr. Vogel. His relationship with Commander Natara.
It's very interesting and very cool.
Yes. What?
Just borrowing your credits. You don't really need them. Just a festive poncho. What is a festive poncho? Wetwear. Hey, I'm just here to,
Area's still secure.
authorize flights. Test flight already in process. Okay. Archangel, already in progress, not process. But this project was canceled. Subject project to add. Comspike. Want to see what would happen.
Pilot.
Yep. Don't worry about me. On my way out. Why do you walk like that? There's another pilot in here.
I need a real drink when we're done here.
All right, just
Things have gotten real tight since Commander Vitara took over for Commander Woods.
That's cool. Guys, don't mind if I look around over here? Just for a bit? That's gonna be locked. Oh, it's not, but it's just a single 0 wire.
Pardon?
Yep, pardon me as well. I am also pardoned. I think there's going to be any more slates or computers. Keep wanting to say terminals. Utility room. Oh, is this is because if I would have continued to stealth. All right. Or am I wrong? Oh no, yeah, that's right. If I would have kept stealthing. I did social stealth instead. Not bad for an introverted person.
Another day, another patrol.
That cough was a bit suspicious. Someone check her out.
Things were different under Commander Woods.
I don't care.
We've been asked to tighten security on the station. Orders are orders.
Yep, and your security is pretty good. No one could easily sneak onto here, except for me. Go, hurry, get on the prototype ship. Go, 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 go. A book just fell down. Okay. Why is there just a sandwich on here? Why am I just eating a sandwich someone already took a bite out of? Please fix. Oh no. Oh no. This is about to magically teleport my people in here.
Prototype ship, you are cleared for takeoff. We'll begin the test on your departure.
Recording test flight data. Please adhere to the scheduled flight plan and let us know if you have any issues.
I've managed to commandeer the prototype ship with a comm strike module. I need to grav jump back to the key and deliver it to Delgado.
You been to the mess hall? Culinary specialist Okoye is a damn good chef. I've heard the technology in this station would make the FC surrender
That's a turret. I was looking for the swan. Why can't I highlight this ship? That seems to be just dancing in space. Alright, fine. I don't know if she's still out here, but I gotta go.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Thanks.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
Stretching.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Speak to Juan at the last Nova.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me.
Greetings, Captain.
Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
That's why.
A real nice ship you brought in. I can't wait to tinker with it.
That's why she was down here.
Previous ship's being brought back to the dock.
Thanks.
That's a real nice ship you brought in. I can't wait to tinker with it.
I don't like the idea of you guys being inside my razor leaf.
Yeah?
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
But I guess we'll just have to ignore that as a plot point.
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die.
This is already, what, 3 hours? This quest better not keep going after this.
It's good to be back.
Juan?
Whether it's mods from Jazz or weapons from Aludra, you gotta spend money to make money.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet.
Neva vouched for me?
Surprise? Neva talks tough, and frankly, she is tough. But she's not a machine.
Well, couldn't have done it without you.
I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that, huh? Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike.
So, did Delgado clue you in?
Yeah, and I had to feign my surprise to make sure I didn't rat you out. But thanks for trusting me with that info all the same. Us rooks have to stick together.
Okay. So she's one of the more nicer ones, so she doesn't really fit in. So I don't need to say the bottom choice and be mean to her. Crix's legacy is as good as ours.
Sounds like you're on board as a true believer. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself. Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
Yep, sounds good.
You see, put in quite the effort to keep that comp spike business quiet.
How did you get into smuggling?
I've been involved in the smuggling trade all my life. And I mean that literally. The clinic I was born in was attacked by spacers. One of the doctors managed to sneak me off the station and took me to New Atlantis. After that, I got passed around through the foster system and ended up with a Chinese couple that smuggled goods to the well. I learned pretty quick that there were 2 worlds on New Atlantis. And to bridge them, you needed the guts of a burglar and the smile of a diplomat.
Alright, well, why did you join the Crimson Fleet?
Good question. When the fleet first approached me, I wasn't sure. There are 3 things I value in a business partner. The first 2 are discretion and trust. And for the Crimson Fleet, those might as well be curse words, with how little regard they're given. But the third thing I value is creds. Delgado promised me a fortune, and so now, I'm here.
Okay.
See you.
I used to work for a megacorp. Wore a monkey suit.
She used to wear a monkey suit. Like an actual monkey suit, not like that's, I guess, a slang term for business. Like she wore an actual monkey suit for the megacorp. I mean, I don't know if that's factual, but I'm going to claim it is. You got anything to say?
We'll have the whole settled systems on the run someday.
Okay.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Well, where's my ship?
Don't worry your pretty little head about your damn ship. We had it brought back here safe and sound. Now pay attention. Dale went out of his way to tell you how impressed he was. You just gonna leave him hanging like that?
Yes. Yes, I am. Well, the Comspike was built into the ship, so I really didn't have a choice.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comspike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right, that leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
All right, so what's the conduction grid?
It's the giant shroud that covers the entire city. Big, ugly thing that Generdyne uses to absorb lightning strikes. When you arrive in Neon, I'm sure your contact will fill you in with all the boring details.
So I'm sticking my neck out based on a guess?
It's all we got. Now you are part of this job, so deal with it. Besides, I've learned never to question Jasmine's talent.
Well, I've got faith in Jasmine. Can get this tech to work.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away, neighbor. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash.
All right, well, I like the part about splitting the cash.
Don't worry. When Grixis' legacy is aboard the Key, we'll be splitting plenty of cash. Until then, I want you to do everything Estelle asks. follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that. Hold on. Before you leave.
You'll want to hook up with Estelle, Vincent, and Neon.
Alright, any details I should know about Estelle?
She considers herself the first lady of Neon. Lots of connections in that city. Holds court at a bar called Madame Sauvage's place. Luckily for us, she's also a Crimson Fleet captain. And the reason why we have permission to ply our trade in Neon. Estelle can get a little wild and has a bit of a mouth, but she gets the job done. Just follow her instructions, and you'll do fine.
Any advice for working a job in Neon?
Yeah. Don't let the corruption that runs through the city entice you into doing anything stupid. There are too many opportunities for people like us that are just waiting to drag you down. Neon is full of all sorts of distractions. Bars, gangs, and most of all, Aurora. Stay away from that stuff. Get in, get out, and bring that conduction grid tech back to the key.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll talk later.
Boss?
I hope you're not wasting time on small talk when there are jobs to run.
I am. How close are we to getting to the legacy?
It's right in front of us. We have the conspike, and we know where the beacon is. All the hunting, sleuthing, and guesswork is over. We just need the tools to reach out and grab it.
That sounds good. How is morale?
I haven't had time to gauge it. But word of what happened on SY-920 has already been spreading around the key. There have been skeptics among us, but there is no room for doubt now. Either you're on board or out of the fleet.
Sounds good. You two are still essential and cannot be checked for pickpocketing. He does have a terminal I haven't read, but this has already gone on for 3 hours. So... let's get back to my ship.
The fleet is family. Stealing from each other. Hello.
I have things for you. Docking.
Okay, where are you guys chilling out at now? Procylon B?
Seal released.
Procylon B?
Grav jump complete.
Things were a little too loose under Commander Woods. With Commander Natara, we have stricter checkpoints, more patrols, and better security.
Okay, you're a totally different ship. None of her stuff should influence any of your stuff.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Oh, I lost my pilot suit. Oh, no, I probably didn't. That's not clothing. That was like a spacesuit. I delivered the comm spike to the Crimson Fleet. It's now time to return to the UC Vigilance. Hey.
How's the pirating business?
Pretty good.
Mole.
The classified star station you mentioned, was it SY-920?
Yeah, it was. And you can probably guess what project it was for.
Mind if I ask you some questions about SY-920?
Yeah, I thought you might. I heard the fleet sent you up there for some more pirate work. Even more impressive, you managed to do it without taking any lives. Maybe I misjudged you. That's more than I can say for myself, given the history of Project Archangel.
What was Project Archangel about?
We were testing prototype fighter ships. Experimental engines, weaponry, the works. The four of us were the best of the best. Emphasis on the were.
Okay, and how did you get involved in the project?
I was one of 4 pilots recruited for the program. My codename was Azrael. At the time, I embraced the name. The Angel of Death hunting Crimson Fleet pirates in a prototype ship. But even for an angel, pride always comes before the fall.
Alright, well, there must be a reason you're no longer on the project, even though we read about it.
The official word is I was transferred back to SysDef because the need was great. The reality is I was kicked off the unit. I was so bored on that station, I spent all my time in the barracks drinking cases of smuggled booze. When the time came for my test flight, I was so wasted, one of the others had to cover for me. The engine caught fire right after takeoff. Pilot, crew, gone in a flash.
Also, we were told that he was kicked out because he was depressed from everyone else dying, which I guess fits that reasoning, but it didn't hint to the fact that he was, drunk. Evidence fragment. I found proof of fraud and systemic cuts to safety and security. It wasn't your fault.
Is that right? I guess that lets me off the hook with the jailers, but not with the judge upstairs. I appreciate what you're trying to do, though. Just give me some time to process it.
All right.
Mole. Try not to forget who you are, okay? It'd break the commander's heart to have to hunt you down.
So that's hinting at the fact that I'm going to have a choice to side with the Crimson Fleet or side with UC SysDef.
Word is you had to steal classified tech from a UC station. I hope the commander knows what he's doing. Do what Commander Ikande says, and you'll go far.
Remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find.
Do you have anything to report?
Yes, I do.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process.
Yeah. How is Mass reacting to the whole thing?
I'd say we let the fleet take a prototype.
As you probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular mission has proven exceptionally difficult. But we've managed to keep your involvement in the dark. Sparing the lives of the soldiers on SY-920 has definitely made our position with the top brass much easier.
bring these bastards to justice. No one in their right mind is going to complain about some classified engine noises aren't my idea of a good thing.
Damn.
But that's how the ship talks to us.
Like 80 people talking at the same time. Given that it was a UC station, I thought it best not to hurt anyone.
And on behalf of the United Colonies and Commander Natara, I thank you.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report.
Okay, well. A cargo ship captain named Juan Dayu helped me get on the station. Will we be arresting her?
That all depends on what you've brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Okay, what do you mean time is short? Oh, this must be the penultimate quest?
With the acquisition of the comm spike, the fleet is one step closer to Krix's legacy. And the more people we arrest, the greater the chance that your infiltration is discovered. We're working against the clock here, so let's start by discussing the status of the comm spike.
Delgado has Jasmine Durand working on the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem?
The Bannock 4 problem?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. Your ship will need special protection to ensure the electromagnetic disturbances in the planet's atmosphere don't fry your sockets.
He believes Jennerdine's conduction grid in Neon is the key.
The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
If that's the case, inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake.
Aren't you concerned that the fleet is getting close to Krix's legacy?
Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk.
What embarrassing mistake?
The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Krix, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and MAST will authorize an all-out assault.
Okay. Well, I'm pleased they're finally taking you seriously.
It's long overdue. All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
That ends the best there is.
At ease, soldier. As you were.
Starts absolute power. That sounds like a final quest.
Howdy.
So I should probably...
I wouldn't want to be there at MAST when the commander has to explain taking the comm spike.
Get gathering up all the evidence I can. How many jail cells were there? Because that'll tell me how much evidence there is, right?
Hey.
Hey.
Vigilance is a state-of-the-art warship. Anyone that gets on the wrong end of her guns is gonna...
There should also be a new person in here. I won't talk to them, but there should be a new person in here. There's 8 cells. Nope, they're going this way. There's 12 cells. Shouldn't there be a... I reported and turned in evidence. Did she not go and arrest that person? Oh, he probably got killed.
You're just saying that to take a shot at the FC, aren't you?
That one guy said he was going to kill him. Well, all right then.